So outside the tent is chaos, nonstop uh, movement, and the sounds of people shouting and people trying to gather their troops together. People trying to load up their stuff to escape further away from the conflict. People trying to rush towards the closed gates, trying to see if there's any way that they can get let in the city.
Nobody's hearing this, but he's like in his element. He's cool, calm, collected. He's still just continuing on,
Alright.
enjoying the background noise.
As you guys are, as the three of you are, actually the four of you, all four of you are in the tent. As the four of you are conducting your research, all of you give me a research roll. It can be any related intelligence as our knowledge check. It's a group roll, and you just need to have the majority of the group pass the base DC to make progress.
Hey, it's the same DC. Sorry, go ahead.
Any investigation or investigation? Any intelligence?
Any knowledge roll.
Investigation is a no-go.
I know that's no go. I didn't mean to say that.
No. So I was going to ask if I could do investigation.
Okay.
Yeah, investigation would involve you actually physically going to the palace and investigating it, or physically he like going through some place what the knowledge could be found.
So if I went to Layla's tomb and started rifling through all the old text there.
Personally, I would rather her not know what we were doing.
I guess I'll do Arcana on nature.
If you do Arcana, I'll do Religion. Because it's the same modifier for both of them for me.
Well, all of mine are the same modifiers because I'm not trained in any of them.
I hear them deliberating.
Yes. I am deliberating.
I don't have a single knowledge proficiency, no.
I don't either. Yeah,
Okay.
everybody's rolling bad.
I believe I have one more use of it. I am going to be, for at least before this long rest, I will use my knowledge from a past life to add a 1d4. Or 1d6, not 1d4. Ooh, well, it's a 15. Something.
I'll do Arcana. Nice! Okay, I'll take that 20.
Give me a quick sec.
Guys, the child is showing us up.
In here, and I'm whispering straight to me. Don't say, keep saying,
Sorry.
What is wrong with you? Why you building like this?
I had a way
I
to
don't know.
reroll, I absolutely would.
You got into it.
Do I have a way to roll? I don't think so.
What is going on? Did everybody show up?
Think
Kiara
so.
showed up.
It's okay.
Steven's not gonna be able to show up today.
Hmm?
You're the only one that's not in there.
Was
From
it a teamwork?
Clark.
Nine.
Oh yeah, technically, yeah.
So what has happened? Did you already start?
We just started.
You can.
And they're just doing their research to figure out what's going on.
Is it the next day?
I don't
It's about to be
Just
the
after.
next day. It's just after the
Proficiency or
afternoon
whatever.
at midnight.
They said they were going back to bed.
Yeah, well, they were researching up until that point, so they're rolling for that to see how
I'll
much
go ahead and
progress-
just to add a little bit onto Nissa's. I'll add my proficiency to hers. Might as well. Which is a +3, so it's a 23.
It would have been great if whatchamacallit, instead of him being sent to her,
Because I am proficient in that
sent to her,
check.
her tomb, he ends up getting a crest and a scroll as well, and he dies in battle. Instead of him being forced to have to go to Layla's tomb to be her worker man. Because she's stupid. And she's like,
Yeah. She's not a good person to work for.
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a certain
Alright. With 2, that's 1, and then you said it's a 23.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that's not enough for it to be an extra success, but that's 3 successes, so you make progress.
Okay, progress is progress.
Not really a lot of information is gathered before everything goes down. And then you guys have the decision. Then, after the attack, you can try and push through the night, though you won't make any more progress tonight. Or you can then just simply rest for the rest of the night.
I could probably push longer, but y'all probably need the rest.
And that doesn't seem like things are going to be calming down anytime soon.
I would like to stay up to listen to the chaos for a bit. I do have a question before everyone goes to bed. I will also pose the same to the others that aren't here. Do you mind if I take the puppet we recovered from Gold Crown?
I think
you have some idea what
no
this-
problem with it.
who's currently holding the puppet? I think it's in a Darby's necklace right now.
Which is fine. That's why I said, I was like, I just want their opinion, and then I'm going to ask the others when we get to it.
Okay.
what do they plan on using it for?
I think Mana wants to use it as a new body.
Mono?
Not Mana, nobody.
Whatever you
mean,
do with
I
it,
didn't
make
get the
sure
puppet
that
yet.
you secure its
It
layout.
was someone just needed to hold on to it while you guys were trying to get through the rest of that dungeon.
We just don't know who had it.
I think it's in your necklace.
It's whoever had it. I don't think I had it.
Actually, hold on.
I didn't write it in my notes.
Is it in a party
Stuff
stash?
shouldn't be left up to me, because I'd say no to everything.
I would assume that it, you get it would. I would assume that it got taken to the wagon.
Oh, this isn't mine.
You can mess with it. That's all.
I
can
need to
use it
look in
for.
this wagon a lot more often.
Indeed.
Are you gonna go out to the wagon?
I would assume so if that is where you are deciding to put the puppet.
Okay. When you open the tent door, there will be a 12-foot tall, little horse skull-headed figure standing at the door.
Oh. Welcome. Who might be you?
A welcome, welcome indeed. And it seems you have what I need as they sort of slip by you, taking your welcome. I don't, are you guys getting echo?
No.
No, what's that?
I think it might just be from your phone. They'll slip into the front area of the tent. And
I would just like to specify that if they are a vampire, that does not count like for vampire rules.
No, they're most likely Fae.
hello, my friend. And how do you do? May I join in for a drink or two?
Is Seth still here? Should we be concerned, Seth? He's starting to rhyme. That's God knowledge. Don't answer me, Seth. This sounds familiar though.
Mm-hmm.
Depends on what your business is here.
Outside is dreary, outside is dour. There, I just want a whiskey sour. And he'll pull a few lemons from under his black robes.
I don't do well with these rhyming titles. That's you.
Sadly, I'm not really in the mood for this. As I will insight.
From what you can tell, this creature means you no harm.
Zilch, I assume you are accustomed to spirits. Why not make our guest a whiskey sour?
Zilch will look up from like the drink, like his mug that's like half spilled on the sand, and like at this at the nonchalance of you guys just talking about this weird thing that walked into the tent very casually. He'll go over and grab one of the barrels of meat that was brought in, and he'll be like, I don't know how to make a whiskey sour, but I assume it involves alcohol and lemons. Sir, come over here, friend. Then the creature will silently walk deeper into the tent and start drinking with the boys.
Mm,
Yeah, that's definitely not gonna go horribly wrong.
be careful what you say. Fae tend to take things literally. But
Yeah,
could be good chaotic fun.
I'll keep my commentary to myself.
Hmm.
Well, do keep an eye on them. I'll be right back. As I'll continue what I was doing earlier.
Yeah, you go and retrieve the puppet. Like you can see that the gaudy gold and the gold leaf that's been overlaid on the dark, or the dark maroon wood. All the paint and embellishments. The fabric is. You can tell the fabric is made out of some sort of magical well, textile that you have no way of understanding its how it was created. You would assume that Mana might know a thing or two about it, but you personally can't make heads or tails of it.
Some things I think can be salvaged, but it's definitely gonna have to get a little bit of a remodel. A little gaudy for my taste. But he'll like bring the puppet in and then secure it somewhere safe while locking up the wagon behind him.
I'm gonna take a moment to check on Junior.
Isn't Junior still in the house?
Yeah, he's still in the tiny house.
Oh, so he's with
He's all the way back in town.
yeah, he's at the palace.
Yep.
Rest assured. At least he is safe within the borders.
I'll ask him if he would like to be let out of the tiny house. Probably wouldn't force him to have to stay in there unless he just still needs rest.
He doesn't mind staying in the room that you guys were given. It,
But nobody will walk back up to the creature after they've had a drink or two, and he'll be like, now that you've had your whiskey sour, I think it's a bit late an hour, as he kind of gestures towards the tent opening.
late indeed. As you said, now I must find a bed. Could you accommodate a space for one? Maybe one that simply wants to have more fun.
Is it just me, or do these rhymes make no sense?
Well,
No, it's not just you.
I don't think they're good in stressful situations.
once again, Nobody is suspicious, but you'll insight one more. Hmm.
They seem to really just want a nice place to sleep, out of the chaos and elements.
Hmm. I guess before I continue, does nobody recognize a being like this?
Give me a knowledge arcana.
Could I assist him?
21.
Uh, you've heard of this Fae. It's a Marilude.
I knew it.
They're harmless but annoying. Once you give them any leeway to come into a place where there's a celebration, then they will keep the party going for as long as they physically can. There are some horror stories of people inviting a Marilude into a party, only to party themselves to death several days later, because they just couldn't figure out how to get rid of them.
Is there a safe way to get rid of them?
If you can beat it in a rhyming battle.
Ah!
I mean, there is another way, but if I
wanna hear this.
Stories of them as well.
The thing is, if you lose in the rhyme battle, they get extremely drunk and they start breaking everything around them, and it doesn't matter if it's magical or whatever, they will break everything in a space until someone else challenges them and beats them in a singing contest.
Is it a singing contest or a rhyming battle?
The first one's rhyming, the second one's singing. As it starts, that's caroling viciously and breaking things.
So if that's it, is it an NPC?
Yeah, pretty much anything that's not you guys is an NPC.
So this means that you're gonna be rhyming and singing?
I mean, I don't ask you guys to perform.
I'm just saying, if
You actually have.
we have to challenge you, then we get the opportunity to hear you attempt to rhyme and sing. Somebody please challenge.
That means we have to be competent in doing said thing.
No,
Yeah,
there.
but then you get
Any
to
of
hear
us are.
Keontae attempt. I don't know which one to be worse.
Alright,
Do we actually have to rhyme, or can we just roll a performance? Because I honestly can't think of any rhyme.
this
Look,
is
Dr.
a.
Seuss, who needs a Dr. Seuss book? I got a couple.
It is a contested performance check both times.
Mm.
Well, then I don't ask me.
Oh yeah, I'm about to
don't
be
have
like,
to
if
be,
we actually have to roll, then I'm not doing it.
Who has the highest performance?
Probably you.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
I have a +4.
I have a
I have nothing.
-1.
And I have a 1.
Well,
So yes, you.
Nick, just make up words. It's okay.
nobody bows down.
Give me um another Arcana check now that you know what this thing is. Because there's one other.
Do I have advantage?
Yes, I'll give you advantage.
Okay. Good, because I needed it.
I can't see your rolls.
My rolls are public.
Maybe my game.
Alright, so you can tell that since you offered it alcohol, and food, it most likely isn't going to go into a rampage if it wins, but it won't. But it will simply just keep hanging around.
I think Keontae just wants to do some poetry for y'all.
Oh, okay. I think I have something. Dear Mary Lude, you've had your food. But and with sorry. I always mess it up. Dear Marilu, with your food, filled with food, and had your fill of have your fill of whiskey sour. I'm sorry, but you must leave at this hour. As I challenge it to a rhyme off.
Oh, my friend, you must be missed. It's 'cause I've barely eaten my dish. Was it not you who let me through, who opened the door and welcomed me into your floor?
Makes absolutely no sense.
Nope.
Alright, here, do you want to do the roll?
Hold on. I know you may be remiss, but you must walk out of here like a fish. So that we may recover from this tower after you had your whiskey sour.
You're just recycling the same two lines.
I'm sorry.
Better than being welcomed into a floor. At least his makes sense.
Yes,
You did it to yourself.
Yeah, we're all sitting here. I think we get to judge this. So, since we're the
Yeah, I think we get to judge this.
I just want to make sure that
You're
record
obviously
is
biased.
on.
Oh yeah, record's always on.
There we go. I appreciate it. You're.
I mean, we gotta have a judge here, so,
Alright. Here, let's go ahead and make the first roll, and then we can continue.
Oh dear. Okay. Hey, Nissa, you want to give me that aid action?
Oh, that's diabolical. What did they do to this poor thing's stat block?
The help action, I mean, I guess, would be the what gives you an advantage.
The helping hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Aha. Oh, wow.
Oh wow, indeed.
It wanted me to roll 9. And of course it rolls a natural 20. Because fuck me, pardon my language.
And look at what it has to it as well. I mean, this is a BS.
Okay, no, this is a setup.
Yeah, this is a setup. Keandre, you're out. You're out. Get out here. Just take your ball and go home. Just get out. Yeah, I mean, what's going on here?
It's a CR11 creature, but it has a plus 23 to athletics, plus 19 to diplomacy, plus 21 to intimidation, plus 21 to performance, and plus 20 to sleight of hand.
You sure this was made for the right system?
Yeah,
this is
does
the
not sound right. Because there's no way you can get your stats up that high.
Here, let me see
any
if that.
level.
Here, let me see if there's
smells
a.
like Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Sounds like a setup.
Wait, let me.
Are you using the same one that you sent me? Because those numbers aren't numbering.
No, I wasn't using the same one I sent you. I was using a different 5e1 that was in the Christmas book. Look, but that one's the completely different thing than this one that's on the website. Let's use this one on the website then.
Yeah, I think someone wanted to beat their players up for Christmas.
Yeah. That's just.
This one's a much more reasonable plus 6. The stats are still the same. It just doesn't have as high of bonuses to the performance.
At least that is something I could probably go up against.
Alright. There we go. Order has been restored. I'll be back later.
Our guardian angel.
Well,
okay, guys.
Okay, I see. So the one that I was using before is essentially the mid boss of that campaign, and it's supposed to not be
I'm sorry, you're
I'm sorry.
mid-boss?
Yeah. The final boss is
Make
Apprentice.
sure I heard that right. You said mid-boss, right?
Yeah, that one's a boss stat block. So this one's a regular. This is your regular, the everyday Mary Lude.
Yeah, they definitely wanted all their players dead.
Well, the whole thing is Mary Ludes have a certain thing that they can't do. Alright. See, this one's a challenge rating 4, not 11.
I'm sorry, 11. Keontae, what have you been smoking this afternoon?
Wings.
Obviously, something other than wings.
Something in the wings. Wings are rolled in something.
They're very true.
You gotta remember the game we're playing here, because a roll off against someone with a plus 21, you gotta recognize that's
Well,
crazy,
I didn't
right?
look at the bonus to performance. I was just reading through the stat block until, you know. But
I would
that's
literally have to roll a natural 20 in order to actually have any hope of beating.
alright. But because you lost. Now, I don't want to be rude or have a bad attitude. You've been a great host, but I don't mean to boast. I'm here for a while. Well, so I'm going to use this sleeping pal, and he's going to go over to a corner and gather up a bunch of cloth and linen and make it take up like a whole corner of the room to make a bed for himself to sit and eat and drink on.
I'm, I'm sorry, but you had too much leeway. You've had your fun and play. It's time for you to It's time. It's time for you to finish your sour and uh, and take your leave at this hour. I know I'm just repeating myself, but I got to have something.
I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Alright. Here, we can do one more roll off.
Before we start singing.
Yeah.
Before the rap battle begins.
We'll roll first. Ooh. A 2.
Sadly, I don't think I can do that cooperative thing again and right back to back, so. Huh. That was a little close for comfort.
That was pretty close. But hey, at least you beat it this time. So it's tied.
Tied? He had an 8, I did 11.
No, I mean win to win. You won the first bout, you won the second. I don't know how many bouts it goes.
You just have to win one to get him out of there. Just don't accept the clapback.
It's true, it's true. It's been a time. And I do so enjoy this rhyme. But I guess it's my loss. Thus, I must admit it. So, of your presence, I will quit. They'll stand up, but they haven't started walking towards the door yet.
You know, I've heard this time of year the palace has many a cozy room if you would like to stop by. You could give it a try.
Give me a diplomacy. Or is it
Diplomacy
persuasion?
doesn't exist. I don't have to use my negative modifier, right?
A persuasion.
Do I get a bonus because I rhyme?
Sure.
Okay.
Advantage?
Yeah, advantage, sure. Watch you roll a 1.
14.
Had
Way
something.
better.
Silence.
A palace soiree. Hey, I must see it. There. Could this? No. Explicative. And will then walk out of the room in frustration. The explicative did rhyme, thing by the way, but it sort of just walked out, and it's like. And it'll walk into the chaos and disappear. That it left something behind.
Oh, I was very tempted to rob it.
You will see a small horse-headed wand on the bed where it was sleeping. Well, where it was attempting to take a sleep on.
I guess I'll pick it up and inspect it.
There's a bit of the Fey and necromantic magic leaking off of it.
Can I do an Arcana check to identify?
Sure. Sure.
Ooh.
25.
You
can roll good.
It seems to be a. It seems to be a bard.
A what?
It's a bard totem. Or wait, what did I call them?
So is it like a miniature bard that we carry around?
Well, no, it has bard levels in it. What did I call them? It's on the tip of my tongue. Or I could just look at the thing and see what I called them.
What else is... Oh, is it a College of Spirits?
Yes.
I would assume so if it's Necromancer.
Where is it? Because I made like a few of them.
Yeah, this might be better served on someone with a more charming personality.
Nobody will look at you so deadpan. Excuse me, I'm the most charming personality.
Inheritance. I call them inheritances. So it's a bard inheritance.
But to be honest, this is the most barding I would like to do in this lifetime. Is he'll hand it to Mono.
Hold on, let me do a 50-50.
If we were a bit more prepared for our longer celebration, I would have been tempted to let it stay a bit longer. But we do need to reserve our resources, right?
This will be long because they're short.
Wait.
Huh?
A D0.
Rolling all these zeros, bruh.
I definitely put 1D1.
It just says 1D0 though.
Okay, look. Nissa, happy holidays.
What is this?
It has the stored knowledge of a bard. Don't ask me how they got it in there.
Okay.
That is actually a good question.
You could probably
Why
trade
would
it.
you think I would want it? Wouldn't this be better for Dobat?
He's not here. I don't really have any.
I would want.
It has 6 levels of College of Spirit.
I'll take it, bro. Now I know what I'm gonna do with it.
I mean, you slurp it down right now, you can get to 12th level.
I don't think that's how it works.
What? He said 6 levels.
You still have to
I don't think
use
it's-
level up materials.
Question, how does that work with stolen material?
You can't go next to a spirit stone store and just level up as much as you want.
Well, yeah, no, but if I knock out the owner, can I just, like, use their inventory?
No. So merchants keep inventory on death isn't turned on for this campaign.
Well, yeah, but they're not dead. You know, they're just knocked out, so I just go over, like, here's an expensive fish. Level up.
Alright.
But you could also just put a bucket over their head.
Right. I'm gonna assume you guys rest for the evening.
No, we're obviously gonna party all the rest of the night.
This will take 2 levels of exhaustion.
I was joking.
Technically, I can stay up a little bit longer listening to the chaos, but then I'll of course be resting. I'll stay up and plan a little bit about what I'm going to do with the puppet, but then I'll rest since I don't do much.
The next day, Darby, you wake up in the morning feeling like, I don't know. It was a good night. You hung out and chatted with Hareem for a little while. Well, you slept. Yes.
What was the question?
Oh, you wake up. It's the next morning. You wake up. You spent the night hanging out with Hareem. Just talking, chatting, doing whatever.
Wink wonk.
You know, the weird thing after the chaos of what happened at midnight, everything is just like dead quiet. Like you can, if you look out your window, you can see soldiers mustering and people moving out. Well, there's no fanfare in the upper district, but you can see in the lower district, you can see that there's confetti and like fireworks and stuff going on. But the upper district is like shielded from the sound of it all. So it's like watching a silent parade happening, being like a long distance away.
Is Hareem still there?
Hareem is, yeah, I'll say Hareem is finishing getting her gear together. Her cousin would have come by with standing orders for Hareem and the troops that she's supposed to be leading.
What troops?
She has a pre-assigned a small group of soldiers from her country. They don't seem to be like the best. Yes, it seems like when she's looking at it, she's like, this is like not even a fourth of what I had the other day, and I haven't even worked with these. these soldiers before. They seem to be like a mismatch of mercenaries and just random people from the city.
Mm. You ready to go on out?
I guess I kind of have to be. Uh, I'm sure everything's gonna work out. We're not gonna be on the front lines. We'll be a little ways back. We'll be protected by the some of the magic people and everything. But we'll hopefully we'll be able to do something to help out. Well, even if it's just protecting supplies or watching out for assassins.
Do you agree with this fight?
I know um, the Argentians are rather ruthless, and that they do perform some profane rituals. Those in dedication to the old war goddess. They're not good people, but I can't imagine that every soldier on that battlefield is as bad as those people that are in charge of that city-state. But I want to help where I can. Not because I was told to, but because people believe in me and believe that I can make it. I can make a difference.
Well, then let's go. Have you had breakfast already?
No, well, I was a little nervous, so I couldn't eat what was brought in. Also, I'm not sure if I even like oranges, and the breakfast was very orange forward.
Okay. I'm trying to remember how well I can cook. Maybe we can find someone in the kitchen to make something else. You'll probably need your strength.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm sure there's someone in there. I mean, they won't be a Picari, but well, they the chefs here are pretty good. You guys would head down to the, the dining area. It seems to have been turned into like a pseudo war room, where like the large table that you guys ate at last night had like maps and battle lines straight over it and drawn across it. And like people talking in like hurried and rushed tones. You'll see Zoran's there talking with some of the higher ranking officials. His detainment seems to have been somewhat postponed. You can see he's wearing a black peace bond, which you've never seen before. You can assume that there's something different about that peace bond compared to the ones that you guys are wearing.
You said I would notice that?
Yeah,
That something's different?
Yeah, he's wearing like this black iron band around his wrist as opposed to the red, yellow, and the white ones that you guys have been seeing around.
Who was that?
Zoran. He's
I'll just ask him what is it? What's the difference between his and mine?
oh, well, how goes it, Darby? You and your friends did a real number on my plans last night. But my present was still presented. It, regardless. This is a consequence of your actions, I guess. This is yeah, it's a prisoner's peace bond, but as you can see, I'm not being treated as a prisoner. This peace bond basically just gives them the ability to know where I'm at all times and call me back to a specified location at their will. It's basically just a monitor. If I go where I'm not supposed to or do something I'm not supposed to, I'll just be yoinked back to a prison cell. It's kind of barbaric if you think about it.
I don't think so. Seems pretty reasonable.
Would you like a keys?
Your intentions aren't bad. That's what you told them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, what should be the harm? If you're doing good, then you wouldn't be yoinked back, right?
Exactly what I told them. But it no matter. Keys. He'll hold out a keys.
He'll hold out a what?
A keys.
No thanks.
He'll turn back to the people he was talking to. You guys would go in the kitchen. It's a madhouse in there. There's people everywhere trying to gather up some supplies. As you can see, some combat chefs are packing up their different tools and whatnot. You see this one dwarf will pull out this huge rock, and he'll bang on it with his hammer just to listen to the ringing noise. It'll be like, and he'll strap it on his back. You'll see a couple of them are just making regular meals for the people in the castle. You guys are able to get a decent meal, but with relative ease. They'll fix up whatever good for you and Hareem.
Okay.
What about Junior?
Junior would have eaten his meal in the room.
So do I. Is there anything that I might need to prepare for if I'm about to go down with her to go into battle? Like, we need to gather supplies.
They have standardized equipment, and it's studded leather armor, some basic steel swords, well, a lot of the swords would be copper at this, for your regular foot soldier, so But they would have
Okay.
bronze swords for the majority of people.
Well, I would probably need to get additional ammunition, and I guess I can prepare some of my bullets. Um, spend some time preparing my bullets with some of these mixtures that I have. Trying to go into it, but I'm so not used to this new foundry. How it's set up. Inventory. Yeah, okay, so I do have poisonous ammunition. I would want to stock up more on that. Um,
Um, you could go to the Noxian contingent, and they'll have black powder, and the means to make the ammunition, but you'd have to buy that stuff from them.
well, I wouldn't need ammunition exactly. I would just need shells. So that I can make more of my ammunition with the stuff that I already have.
You need to go get ready for bed. You got school in the morning. You gotta go to school.
Okay.
Alright, let's see. Let me make. Can you give me a quick percentile? Just a D100.
I don't know how to do this on this new system.
You just go in the chat. It's to /R space 1D1.
Okay, here it is. I'm sorry, I just couldn't see it. Do what? Forward space?
/R space 1D100. They, you're not able to really find the materials you need to make additional ammunition or anything right now. But you could probably, if you spent time in town, you could probably eventually locate someone who might be able to provide you with those materials.
All right. Okay. What do you need me to do then?
Alright. If you're going down to the battlefield, then you would need. We'll have to do a. Let me see.
And I watch TV. And you.
Okay.
Dad.
Alright. You would.
Can I watch TV in here?
Journey.
No, not right now, Journey.
Maybe not there.
You can go out there and hang out with his mommy or something, but you need to be getting ready for bed. Go get your pajamas on. Alright, if you're going on, if you're going to go fight on the battlefield, well, then I will just need.
You'll just need what?
I'm trying to look back at my rules for it, just so that I don't.
What were you thinking that I was going to be doing then?
Um.
Because it doesn't seem like there's much more that I can do right now.
Well, I know the party was planning to go either check out Layla's tomb or go meet back up with the guys about the hidden tomb with the map and everything.
The party's going where?
Either to Layla's tomb or to the tomb with the primal in it, the hidden one.
So wouldn't they have to cross the battlefield to do that?
Yes, you would have to cross the battlefield to do that.
Okay, so they're going to the battlefield?
Yes, they will be also going to the battlefield. Look for that.
Alright, I'll meet them down that way then.
Everyone else, are you guys going to bring the wagon with you? Are you going to meet up with the Cases group and go? Or are you going to head straight to the battlefield and try and get to Layla's tomb before Zoran's group can?
Let's see.
With my new revelation, it might be more prudent to go to Layla's tomb. At least, in my case.
Then I guess the question on what the card comes down to is Daya. What will Daya be doing? Will Daya stay to defend the card out there?
Daya does not want to participate in the war. She has expressed this in the past. That she will drive, if she needs to, she will drive you guys out to the tombs and then leave and then come back later to pick you up. She does have a sending stone that she's given you guys in the past that contacts her. But you also know that sending stones may have some interference during the war with all those sending stone signals going all over the place. They haven't quite nailed down those magical sending stone frequencies yet.
Well, that'd probably be our safest bet, because if we just run out there, that's a whole lot of battlefield delayed too. And I mean, Day has spent all this time reinforcing the card.
It also does kind of hit a target on us as well, considering whose it used to be.
Well, the Noxian symbol has been removed from the side of it. Even though the make is still Noxian, obviously Noxian, it's been modified heavily.
Yeah, ours is custom.
But yeah, I'm just saying, it makes us look like, it kind of makes us look like dignitaries.
Well, I think our main concern should be, we either take the card, or whether it paints a target on our back or not. And that gives us the quickest in and out. It's the safest for our physical person. And the quickest. Alternatively, we could try to sneak in. Sneaking in would be a lot harder given our specialities. But if we were to pull it off, we wouldn't draw any attention to ourselves.
Mhm.
So I vote hard personally. I'm too bad at sneaking for me to not be a liability if we try that.
I feel like it would be
And
okay
I
if
can
we
only cover for you guys for so long. At least that bird went over their head good.
No, it did not. Luckily, with my new abilities, I technically don't have to leave any trace if I don't want to. But
And plus, if we take the cart, then we might also get a chance to get you into your new bond. Before we
I
arrive.
think we'll see if time permits.
Oh, for a note, for today my items are the red feather fan and the spell storing ring and bear bunny.
Okay.
Also, be careful what you say, John. Technically, I did not tell y'all what my plan was for the puppet.
I think we all have an idea.
I mean, there are actually a lot of uses for the puppet besides a replacement body.
You want to take
You never
the?
know. I could be
True.
leaving it behind to keep an eye on the cultists while we're away.
I'm just saying to work on it.
Um, Alright, so here's how it stands then. Darby is riding out with Hareem's group. You guys are taking, excuse me, the cart. And Calliope, he is holding down the fort at the castle with Junior, and I would assume is Darby taking the tiny house with her, or is she leaving that at the castle?
I'm most likely taking everything that I have with me. So yeah,
Okay, so
it's a part of my stuff.
Calliope will stay behind at the castle with Junior to keep him safe. Silson Calliope will want to send a message. It's to you guys at the cart. They're explaining what's going on at the castle side.
Well, I guess no. The decision is whether or not we're going to Layla's with the Primal Tomb. Technically, with the Primal Tomb, they cannot leave without us either way, seeing they need the other half of the map. So that's why I kind of let's go to Layla's tomb before Zoran can get his grubby hands on it.
The benefit to waiting is for the primal tomb, since they have a whole expedition force, it'd probably be easier to get that force in with less fresh soldiers out on the battlefield.
Oh yeah.
Even if it was only a day or so of rest, it's for the active soldiers. That's still more than the soldiers tomorrow will have had.
I've also got the gunsmith's tomb as well.
So when it comes to those, when we get out, we can see how the ebb and flow of the battle is going,
Mhm.
and then pick our priority based on that.
Mhm. But so it sounds like we have a plan. But while we prepare, let me go get tell the others to prepare to, well, to take advantage of the chaos while we're away. But of course, to be careful to keep the domain safe. As nobody will start to go over and just basically give the cultists basically what they plan on doing, but like leaving like key details out. It's just a generic plan that they're going to go out to the battlefield to secure power. Basically.
Are you going to take any of them with you as a familiar?
That is a good question.
I would say just leave them.
What do you think, Lana?
Question: are any of them around us while we're having this conversation?
Probably empty would be nearby, but he wouldn't be intruding on your conversation.
Oh wait, we can do mental stuff.
He said this in your. I'll specify. He said this in your mind.
We don't know what we're getting into, which means it's a toss-up on how this would affect your reputation if one were to come with us. If they die, then it can come off as dissuasive for you and cause them to question your power. But if you succeed in, well, showing off, it can redouble their trust in you.
Or leave it up to Mystique and have them wondering what we could be bringing to them. And
Yeah. I shall take that into consideration.
As I think he'll keep like a connection with one of them to basically keep tabs of what's going on over here. But I think ultimately he will leave them here for now.
I will have something for you all when we get to the battlefield.
Oh. But Hakari.
Yeah.
Will you be okay going into the battlefield? I know your disdain for bloodshed.
Can't say I'm eager to do this. Oh.
Well, as far as we know, hopefully we won't need to get our hands dirty on the way there. But hopefully the tomb can shed some light on your situation.
Hopefully.
I figured you both wouldn't be worried about trudging to a battlefield, considering what you've already run from.
I'm not particularly worried, but I am concerned for my compatriots. Little weird.
I'm not particularly worried about our well-being. I'm pretty sure most of us can handle ourselves. I'm more worried about heading out into such a situation in the first place.
Yes.
War is, well, war.
Of
We're not
course.
going on a stroll to a park.
That's true.
Then let us
It
go
will
and
be a messy
prepare.
affair.
Then let's go in prepared and face face the unknown, whether the scales of chaos tip in our favor or not. For only then we truly progress. He kind of puts a bit of flair in that, as if like the other cultists are around, to kind of make it a bit more grand. But I guess while how long do we have before we head out?
You guys will probably head out pretty soon.
Dang, I was about to say if we had like, hold on, let me read it just in case. I might have. Where is it? This new sheet throws me off every time. Oh, okay, it's only 10 minutes. For the last 10 minutes before, not that one, sorry. I'll use my inspiring leader feat on the party, so that they gain I think it's 6. Okay, so it would be Nissa, Mana, Hikari. Oh, I guess nobody. So, and I guess empty since they're in the room. You know what? And they'll gain 10 temporary hit points. No, 11. We can't hear you, Carrie.
And I'll serve drinks to Nissa, Bakari, and nobody. A toast to everyone's safe return.
Here, here.
And inside that cup will be medicine for the 8th spell. Your hit point maximum for the next 8 hours is increased by 5.
Oh. Where do we add temporary hit points? I don't see it.
It's next to your hit points. If you go on your character sheet,
It'll say the
10.
TMP.
11, and then
The 5 alters your maximum hit points for the next 5 hours.
So how many
Or
points
8
do we
hours.
have? Get?
Whatever your total is plus 5.
so 60 for me.
Oh,
And you do gain 5 hit points to fill that up.
so we get 5 from yours, and then how much from?
11 temporary hit points for mine, and I believe it lasts until a long rest. Yeah.
11, and then 5 hit points, extra hit points, which would bring me up to 51, plus the 11, be 62.
Look at this. Now all of us can take a hit.
The trip out. Oh. The trip out there. It's
almost too quiet. Your wagon is one amongst many heading out to the battlefield, either carrying supplies, soldiers, or what have you.
Yeah, we missed out on some easy money on transportation. And
Darby, your group would get to their after a short march from the transportation vehicle. Your group would arrive at Harim's campsite in the back lines. Probably about 3 hours later, the rest of the party would arrive at that same campsite. Harim would spend this time in talking to the 20 or so soldiers that are under her command currently, getting an idea of them and who they are. You'll see Kasim. He is there as her acting second in command. And she's like she seems to be a little bit more in her element than she thought she would be. All the soldiers seem to respond well to her leadership, and she seems to be able to get them, even though they seem like a ragtag group of random mercenaries and soldiers. There's all different races and creeds and sizes. They seem to come together as a fairly cohesive unit after a couple of drills. How that cohesion will stick on the battlefield, there's no telling. Unless you pre-roll the dice for it. Then there is telling. But, I won't sell. So the rest of you guys will probably roll up in the middle of one of these combat drills. I'll say spell defense. It's drill where they're basically someone has someone, like a couple of people are standing on one side of the area with some wands of force bolt and shooting these 1d4 force bolts at the group while they try and block it with their shields and other various techniques that they have. So at this point, everyone is basically together.
I'll double check with, I guess, whoever we will report to, that to make sure that we're not considered a target. You go to like one of the local bosuns, and you ask that, and he like deep belly laughs. You're serious? Anything that moves across these fields is a target, whether it be adventurers looking for fame and fortune, or medics trying to save lives. The Argentians don't care about the rules of engagement.
Mana is not at all surprised by that.
Your best bet is to head out before the sun gets too high. Or before the fighting really starts. If you keep your flag up, you won't get shot by our guys.
Would I know what Hareem's official military title would be?
She would be. She's fighting as a knight errant, essentially a knight from a foreign kingdom that's here to assist in a combat role.
Could you point us in the direction of Knight Errant, Hareem?
Oh, over that way. Good luck with that one. And she seems like a lost cause. They cut her contingent down by almost a fourth. She went from being a commander of 120 to barely 20.
Well, heroic stories rarely come from ideal circumstances.
Look,
I'm
the
sure
only
they look
hero,
forward to the challenge.
the only heroes on this battlefield is that princess from Nox, and she stayed well away from the actual fight. I don't even think she's out here today.
Mana is cringing internally very hard, but at how the term has been appropriated. I'm gonna have to go my hero killer arc.
The hero killer hasn't been born yet. You're like thousands of years too early for that.
Anyway.
And I think in the wrong timeline. I don't know if we're in that timeline.
Anyway, I think we should probably check in with Hareem and them before we set out. Hareem would be more willing to share our military information than most.
Of course.
We also need to find Jobat. I'm pretty sure he was very interested in
Dobat would be
our destination.
Dobat would be with a Darby.
Oh yes, I figured most people would recognize Hareem more than Dobat or Darby.
Oh, and he'll like before you go, he'll stop you. Here, he's gonna pull out like a bundle of wanted posters. Just keep an eye out for these individuals. If you see them on the battlefield, we'll report it immediately. Two of them are Argentian assets, and should be and have run-on-site orders. There's the other two are non-criminals that have high bounties. Just keep an eye out for them. Neither of them have shown up on this battlefield, but there's always a chance. So we gotta keep people informed.
Are there any on on our side that we should keep an eye out for as well?
Well, that's what these posters are for. These are people to keep an eye out for.
No, I'm saying from y'all's groups.
I think she's asking, are there any high value targets that we may need to protect?
Yes.
Yes.
There's that young dragon kid. Of course the prince, if he comes back on the battlefield. I don't think he'll be out here today though. The Noxians, we want to keep them on our good side. So the bounties that you get are of these four individuals. The one on top is the blue bull sitting still sitting at 1.2 thousand gold. And the other one and is a much smaller bounty. Kevin Ashton for 200 gold.
Interesting. Seems like one of the masked fools have come wanted.
You would assume that he has. This is his. You've seen his bounty before in a room, and it was 400 gold. The bounty has been reduced for one reason or another.
Oh, he's been slacking off.
On the other side, you have General Bull. Fearsome looking in Goliath, who wears a cowl. He wears a dire bull skull on his head, and armor made out of desert beetles.
Yeah, I thought he was going to have armor made out of minotaurs.
No. He has a 900 gold bounty, and then Grumgall Two-Fang. There's no image, just a description. Furry, he uses two the dragon teeth as weapons. He has a 1,000 gold bounty.
You can't even claim the big ticket item.
It seems that she may have it looks like she may have a higher bounty than war criminals. It's interesting to know what she has done.
Well, you see, it's pretty obvious what the difference is. Rich people like war criminals. Those vigilantes, not so much.
I guess we should probably find Harim. Because of course, as we know, a Darby will probably be at her coattails.
Let's go see. I imagine Harim's not that hard to find.
Harim's camp is kind of difficult to find, but you find her brother's camp first. He has a contingent of about 500 soldiers under him. Oh man.
I thought Lorenz was to be
here.
He'll come over to you guys. Hey, I'm not participating in the fighting. I'm merely here to encourage my future generals and leaders of army. It's more of a formality. I did my time on the battlefield, but I simply guard the home and hearth at this point. I was simply in the area and came out to make good on leading from the front. My uncle is actually the one in charge of this contingent.
Was he the one that...
More, I think he's here more for his sister to give her moral support. I think he's more worried about her. That's why.
There is the infraction.
I didn't say that.
You just confirmed it by saying that.
I did not.
Did too.
Is your uncle the one that left her with only merely 20 men?
Yes, yes. By orders of my father, there, um, the contingents were supposed to be split evenly, 250 to 250. He, but that he seems to have. My father seems to have thought to weaken my sister's gains in the upcoming battle.
I would have to disagree with him. Any chance to garner more power through family might actually benefit him more than cutting that down.
Well, it seems like he got extremely angry at after the dinner last night, and my uncle simply just does as he's told. Like, you see the uncle is sitting in like a not like he's sitting under a tent and barking orders at his commanders. Here's and you can see how like big he is. Like, you saw him at the dinner back in Arun, but like seeing him now, well, compared to all these soldiers and people that spend their whole lives fighting, like this portly he he is portly he like golden retriever esque as individual who looks like he could barely he run like he looks like he could barely run an a 10-yard dash, let
He should
alone
probably go before he sees us. He'll try to set us up with one of his kids.
I'm fine, personally.
Hassan will point you guys over to where Hareem's his group is. You'll come up around then. You guys are all back together now.
Good to see everyone's in one piece after tonight's firework, or last night's fireworks.
And Hareem, I do not envy your position, but I hope you can make the best of it.
Don't worry.
I
have the support of my friends and the few people that I care about. I'm sure that everything's gonna work out a-okay.
I'm, for one, am interested to see whether you will tip the scales into your favor. You see, some people with the most delicate of odds can probably prosper the most if they play their pieces right.
Well, the Aronian troops are being sent towards the northern part of the battlefield, so we'll be near where you guys are gonna be at. So just think of it as us having your back. My contingent is going to be the sort of sideline, but we're on the lookout for cavalries and any sneaky attacks from the flank. If we fail, then the whole army could crumple. No pressure, though.
Well then, nobody will take a small polite bow. I am honored to have such a royal escort in this trying of times.
Alright. With that, does anyone have anything else to say before we sort of end off?
I was going to ask Dorothy if she would be joining us.
I thought that we were going to split up. from what I remember. Are we still doing that?
That's what I was asking you.
What do you mean?
What I have in my notes, there was a group of there was a group of players that were wanting to fight on the battlefield. So it was Adarpi, Nissa, and I guess right now I have a blank space, so I guess someone else hadn't confirmed whether they would or not. But
I mean, I don't remember saying that I wanted to fight. I did say that I wanted to go to that tomb out there for the gun.
the gun.
Yeah, and we understood that we would have to go through all of that to get to it. I don't want to have to fight, you know what I mean? But I understand that if I have to go through this space where there's fighting happening, my goal is to protect myself and whoever I'm with in the process.
That's probably why I have that note, man. Alright, so that's...
So I know that me and Nissa were talking about going to the place with the, that tomb. And everybody else wanted to go to the other tomb. I think there were 2 different tombs. And I was trying to remember if we were splitting up to go, or if we all wanted to go to the one.
I guess, John, do you still want to go prioritize the Gunslinger tomb? Or do you want to pull to the Layla's tomb?
Because, I mean, the tomb that you guys are going to is more to benefit that person who needs that book that I don't believe should have the book.
Well, we decided to put that on hold since technically
I thought that's where you were going.
No, that's the secondary tomb.
That's the primal tomb.
You know,
we decided to go to Layla's tomb since we want to try to get there before Zoran.
And there's still a few days before that once it comes available.
I think that's what's confusing me, because I thought that Zoran was going to Layla's tomb for the other book, or for the other piece of information that's there.
So
for Layla's tomb, the people who are associated with Layla will basically challenge to go clear the tomb when they bring something back to her, and then they can keep everything else. So both Zoran and us are being pointed at that tomb. We wanted to go do that one first because if it's a race, we don't want them to get like a day plus on us on dealing with that.
Right, because we assumed that that's where that thing would be at, right? Because we assumed that the other book or the other bit of information would be in that tomb. And if we get to it first, and Zoran does it, then that's a good thing. But then we would still have to decide about going and giving this person both books.
I think you're crossing the two, because the Layla tomb was just, there's something in that tomb that Layla wants, and you guys are trying to beat Zoran's group to getting whatever that is. You guys don't have any other information other than that there's a sword at the front that only someone with the curse mark can pull out. The other tomb is the one where there's a book and a map that lead to a tomb that has the primal in it. That Azar wants to take to the Lady Red Scale.
Which
it belongs in a museum.
Which don't we already have the book?
You guys have the book. Azar has the map. You need both of them to find the tomb. there's no real time limit on that one. It's just that as the fighting goes along, it'll be harder to get out to that one.
We also told them that we would wait 3 days before meeting up to go to it.
Which
And we still have
Yeah,
2 days
but
before that
I
meetup.
thought that we were saying that we were gonna go there beforehand and try and get to it first.
there were
That's
talks
why
about
that's why I'm
trying.
asking.
Yeah, there were talks about trying to find it ahead of time, but you would need to get the map from the like Caius, who's in the city, he currently by themselves. So that was the option there, either convincing Lacaeus to come with you, who are getting the map from him, from them in one way or another.
Which is a task best suited for Nissa.
And then there's I mean, you guys could roll up on Laqueus like you did in
the dude's
pirate.
like nervous as crap.
Well, I assume we don't want to solve all of our problems by strong arming.
I mean, if we were sending Nissa will just be stealing it.
Yeah. But stealing it is a quiet action. And that person may not realize that it happened until hours later. And if we do it right, they won't even know who to point it at.
I don't know.
Especially in that town with a registered thieves guild.
I mean, unless a bunch of his stuff got stolen, I guess. At one time.
If it's just the map that goes disappearing, that would be suspicious, because how would a thief know that map is important?
Yeah.
That's in there. That's looks valuable along with the map. Yeah, it's all getting stolen.
So that would be for the stealthier people in the party to accomplish, if you guys want to go that route of betraying Azar. And then you had the gun dungeon, which will open at an undetermined time in the next few days and cause a mad rush of people from both armies trying to get inside of it. You guys are trying to get in there to get the blueprints for a weapon for David.
Not for David. Well, not exactly for David, just for us. That David told us about.
Yep.
We're not thinking of David.
So those are the 3 tombs that are available. So Harim's camp is a base camp location. You guys can return to Harim's camp instead of going to the city if you need someplace to rest and stock up on a certain amount of supplies. Now, you won't be able to buy a lot of things from Harim's camp because he would only have access to wartime rations and things like that. And so you're not going to get like fresh food and stuff. You'll get things that will be given to your average soldiers. They'll have extra weapons, they'll have armor and stuff that you can purchase. But it's not going to be the same as being in the city. You're not going to have access to as much stuff, but it's a longer time to get to and from the city and to the locations that you're trying to go to.
And I thought we also found out when the gunslinger tomb was going to open, and that was like 3 days before it was going to open.
I don't have a note for it. I have a note that says it's 5 days from the day that you guys arrived at the city, if that's what it is.
That may have been it, because I know I asked around and got.
It was like a loose date.
Yeah, it was a loose date. And it was like 3 or 4 days, if I remember.
You guys have you guys have spent 1 day, which was Scoff Day, in the city. And today you're outside of the city, at the base camp. Yep. Preferably going to Layla's tomb. That'll give you, depending on how long you guys spend in there, that would mean you would have a single day to meet back up with if Azar, or do whatever you want to. What?
So I think we go to Layla's tomb, and then that's when we would do the split once we finish it.
And
If
then
we do a split.
yeah, so then it would be like 2 days for a day. So tomorrow would be meeting up with Azar to go to that tomb. That so that's only meeting up with them. That's not necessarily when you guys would get to the tomb. So maybe, and then a day or two after that, going to that tomb, you'll have the Gunslinger tomb potentially opening.
So I think we do our split up around there. So I think right now we just head to Layla's tomb since it's the only one open.
It's
Or
just
potentially open. Yes. And then we split after that, if we do split.
Alright then. Then I'll get my prep work for Layla's tomb for next session, which will be. Will that be on New Year's? Will that be the start of a year? Calendar, come to me. So, yeah, that'll be on the 28th.
It'll be
So,
close to the beginning of the new year.
yeah, it'll be our last session of the year.
Yep. Last session of the year.
So, last session of the year will be Layla's tomb. Alright, I'll have.
The Christmas themed Layla's.
I mean, if we count the Mary Loop, this was already our Christmas session, right?
Loosely. Very loosely.
I wasn't gonna do like the past few years where I've done a specifically Christmas themed session, and because that would be that takes a lot of planning, and the one shots take even more planning. We'll meet back up then. And do you guys want to just start at the tomb? Or do you want a little bit of lead up time in before then?
Are we gonna skip the entire journey to get to the tomb?
Yeah. If we start at the tomb, I would just loosely describe it walking across the battlefield.
I mean, I wouldn't mind like maybe just a little bit of a lead up, but I'm kind of all for just kind of skipping a good bit of it.
Yeah, I'm also good with skipping the majority of it.
Like maybe give us like a little bit of time to prepare, and then we'll be good.